I'm Dr. Brendan McKenzie and I'm the Skep Vet. Today's topic concerns chewing. I'm often asked by my clients, does my dog need things to chew on? Should I give them toys or other things to chew on? And is there any benefit to that? And is there any risk? And the answer is yes to all three. Chewing is a natural behavior. Dogs are highly motivated to chew on things, and as part of creating a behaviorally rich, happy environment for our dogs, I do think that we should give them objects to chew on. In terms of what they should chew on, there are kind of two broad categories. The first is we have this old-fashioned idea that dogs should chew on bones, and we always associate bones with dogs. It turns out that bones are not really a great chewing object for dogs. The main reason is they're really hard. Chewing on bones creates a significant risk of fractured teeth, which can lead to infection, pain, and other problems down the line. Most of the dental specialty community in veterinary medicine recommends against chewing on bones, and also other objects that are extremely hard, things like hooves or antlers. Now, there is some evidence that fresh bones can reduce the risk of dental disease, but in general, the risks of dental fractures and also of damage to the tissues of the mouth or obstruction or foreign objects in the intestines and the esophagus are greater than the potential benefits. So I don't recommend that we give bones to our dogs to chew on. So what do we do instead? Another popular chewing object is the rawhide, and for some reason rawhides have developed this reputation as a dangerous object for dogs to chew on. There's not really much evidence to support that. There are a few studies that show that rawhides do in fact prevent the development of dental disease, so they have some benefits, and for the most part they're quite safe. Now, you can potentially get foreign material in the intestines or in the esophagus if a dog chews off a big chunk of rawhide and doesn't take its time to soften it and chew it, but that actually happens quite uncommonly, less commonly in fact than it does with bones, for example. And most of the foreign objects that I have to remove from dogs are not things that they're given intentionally to chew, they're objects that they pick up on their own. So rawhides don't create a significant risk for that. Now, there have been some recalls of rawhide products in the past due to potential contamination with infectious organisms or with cleaning and preservation chemicals. Most of these are rawhides that have been manufactured outside of the United States, where the standards are lower and supervision of the processing and manufacturing is not as tight. So in general, there are some risks, and I do recommend sticking with US-made products. But for the most part, rawhides are actually a pretty good, pretty safe object for your dog to chew on. This is Kalani, one of the Skep dogs, and she absolutely endorses rawhides as a chewing object. Lots of other possibilities. The main thing that I suggest and that the dental community recommends is avoiding things that are really hard, again, bones, hooves, antlers. Avoiding things that are very abrasive. Tennis balls are one of the worst offenders. Long-term chewing on tennis balls can create significant dental wear and dental disease. You want to keep an eye on your dog, make sure that they're not swallowing large chunks of rawhide or bits of stuffing out of a toy or squeakers, but as long as you're supervising those things, that kind of behavior is pretty safe, and it's obviously a lot of fun, and we want to let our dogs enjoy their lives. I hope this has been helpful. If you have other questions, leave them in the comments and I will try to answer them for you. Thank you.